Hello everybody, I just want to say thank you, all 1,023 of you. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you subscribing to my channel and sticking it out with me, even though I've been a little MIA, missing in action. So, I know it's been 7 months since I've done my intro video, thanking you guys before, and then I don't think I've added any recent tutorials. Thing is, life kind of happens when you're living it. So the thing is with this channel, I was kind of coming up against a lot of things as to like why I was doing it and if it aligned a lot with what I was going to do with it. And I know in my last intro I said I wasn't going to do anything more in Swift and I was going to go into game development and stuff like that, which I'm still doing on the side, but it's more for fun. It's like when I need to take a break from Swift and from iOS development, I learn a little bit of C# and mess around with Unity 3D. It's just a way for me to do something new, to like not really think about developing my app. So, which brings me to my point. I have developed a couple of apps, I just haven't released them at all. So I've actually completed an actual app, like it's done. But I was not like really passionate about it. And I could put it out on Apple's, App Store or whatever, but I was like, it wasn't my best work at all. And, that's the thing, it's like, I wanted to put something out there that was like, okay, this is solid work, So I did that. Great learning experience. I will be implementing a lot of stuff that I learned in creating it. It was definitely a learning experience. And now looking back at my old code, I'm like, oh, it's so ugly. It is ugly. It has bloated view controllers. It's just awful. And if you want to see it, I'll release it out into the wild. So if you guys really want to go look at my code, that's fine. It's not my best work. I'm not proud of it at all. But I learned so much from it. And one of the things I learned is your app needs to be a reflection of what you want from it. And first, and then most importantly, will it help somebody else? And actually, was it in October was when after going to a doctor's appointment, I discovered, okay, there's got to be a better way for me to communicate what I need to communicate to my physician, to my specialists. And the thing is I don't know about most people, but they typically don't talk to each other, So you have to, as a patient, like, express everything that's happened since the last time you saw them, and if anything new came up and, just all different kind of things. And you had to memorize all this stuff in your brain along with everything else that you have going on in your life. And the thing is I was like, there has to be a better way to do this. So I looked on the App Store, tried to see if I could find an application that could help me, keep track of my labs, keep track of my medication or what, supplements or vitamins I've been taking, remind me like when I have doctor's appointments, when to order, something or whatnot. The thing is, I couldn't find anything that had everything like that in it, especially the lab part, like when you have, blood work done and things like that. Couldn't find it at all. Nothing out there, except for people with diabetes. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I know there's a lot of people, unfortunately, who have diabetes. But there's a lot of people who don't, and there's nothing for us. So, which brings me to my idea, which I've been bouncing around my brain for over a year, but I just didn't have, like, the, inspiration to design it the way that I wanted to design it. And I felt like my development skills were, like, lacking in some areas, which they totally were. So, which brings me to my announcement. I'm developing an application called Health Tab. I plan on bringing you guys along this journey of me developing my application setting up my business, developing my marketing material and whatnot. And it's going to be a learning experience for me. But as a newbie, as a noob, I will take you along this crazy journey. Hopefully you won't make the same mistakes I do, is the hope. And two, I think I haven't seen anybody as a new developer, you know, jumping into this and displaying the craziness to everybody else. So I'm going to be doing vlogs quite a bit, so doing some live streams, and then also streaming when I code. Now, I most likely will not be streaming every time I sit down to code, because I can sit down for a good like 8-10 hours and like code straight through, you know. So I don't know if you guys want to watch me for 8 hours coding, but I will, you know, if you guys are interested, you know, when I do sit down, I can schedule out, you know, block of time where you guys can like look over my shoulder as I'm working through, you know, implementing like a button or implementing some functionality of my app. Because I think that'll be really interesting, but you guys let me know if it's interesting to you. I'll probably just do like an intro, like, or like a preview, maybe just 30 minutes to an hour, just post it on here, and if I get good feedback, I'll keep doing it. If not, that's fine. I do plan on still, you know, doing some tutorials, but they're going to be few and far between. But there are some topics like separation of concerns or test-driven development, like some, you know, intro into it, because that is what I'm going to be implementing and doing in developing my application. I don't want you coming into or watching a live stream or, you know, a past live stream of me coding and like, what is she doing? You know, I don't want you coming in there blind. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of you might, you know exactly what I'm doing. Some of you might have some critiques. That's cool. I'm just sharing what I'm learning, what I have learned. I'm still learning. I think that's one of the things. It's very humbling, just at like developing in general. You think you know something, and then you come across something where it's like, I've been doing it the long way too long, or oh god, I was totally off on it. Like reviewing some of my old code, I was like, holy crap, what the hell was I doing? You know, but you know, that's the thing about recording your progress. I really think having had recorded some of my old videos and going back and looking at them, I was like, oh my gosh, how can I mispronounce deprecated? I don't know. So thank you to those people who, like, you know, say, hey, you mispronounced the word. Thank you. I realize that now. Yeah. I do have a second language. It's called bad English. I have good English and bad English, so forgive me. And a smattering of German that mixes it all up. So, all right. So that's one of the things I'm going to do, is be sharing this journey with you guys. Another thing that I plan on doing, and it's kind of like an off comment from a good friend of mine who allowed me to access his course for free, just to, you know, test it out and give him, you know, just work through it, and it was amazing. So thank you, Reinder, for allowing me to do your course at LearnAppMaking.com. It's really good. I mean, it discusses like developing an app business. He kind of walks you through app development and doing the marketing for it, and you know, app design and stuff like that, which was really helpful. I learned quite a bit from it. So again, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. So thank you again, Reinder. You're awesome. So I am developing my app. I have the app launch website, which is it's right there. It's healthtab.app. So there's not .com, it's .app. And when I first made the website, I was I was telling people about the app I was making and what it could do and how it could help people. And people were like, "Oh, do you have a website? I'd like to sign up." And I was like, No. So, so I have the website up and running. I am in the process of developing it. I actually started developing it in October of last year, and I'm still working on it, and it is a work in progress. But another thing I plan on doing is also trying to get into a camp, because Apple has an Apple Entrepreneur Camp, which I'm going to try to get into. We'll see. I don't know if I'll get into it. It's just something that, you know, I'll try. If I get into it, awesome, because, you know, to be able to get information from the horse's mouth is just like, yeah, sign me up, you know? So I also plan on doing that, so I'll be discussing like what steps I'm going through to do that, which is a lot. I plan on setting up my business as well, which I haven't done, so yeah, it's gonna be a lot of stuff, and I'm totally new at this, and I just kind of want to take you guys along for the ride. I'll also be doing live streams of me coding my app. And again, it's not going to be, I don't know how long it's going to be. It's probably really short to begin with, but if I get a lot of, like, you know, requests to do live streams more often, you know, be coding it or doing some definitely doing some aspect of the business side of that, of my app, the business side of it, business tasks that I need to complete. I'll be sharing that. And again, the schedule I'll post down below on my channel as well as on Twitter. So you'll get an update of when I'll be doing what. I will also be doing tutorials. Again, they're not going to be every week. They'll probably be every other week. And it'll involve more, you know, advanced topics like test-driven development or some minuscule, like, not minuscule, but some part of app development that I haven't, or some type of like programming, or some part of the iOS library that I've learned something about, or that I found interesting or was challenging to me. I will post a tutorial about it. The tutorial that I plan on adding to this video, actually after this video, will be talking about separation of concerns, and I wanted to put it up there for those who are new to this concept, that you don't feel confused when you watch some of my, you know, coding, actually me developing my app videos. I don't know exactly what to call it right now, but hopefully it will help you out, and if not, I hope it helps you out, at the very least. Alright, so I hope you enjoy the next tutorial, which is about separation of concerns. It is a long video, but I show you how to take a bloated view controller and break it apart, so it's easier to manage and much more easier to read. I haven't seen any videos on how to do this, so I'm sharing this with you. The knowledge I share from my brain to yours. Alright. Friends, keep coding, stick with it. Alright, till next time. Don't forget, share, like, subscribe. Keep cool, keep positive. Alright. Peace.